in the
You
film.
were not simply the director. Okay.
No, I wrote it, I directed it, I starred in it, I paid for it. Well, to be perfectly honest, and somewhat sad, is that I was married at a certain point in my life, and I was also a lawyer. And around 4 years into both my marriage and my corporate life, I just found that everything was spinning out of control. I had no sense of who I was. My wife at the time bought me this flute. She found this guy to be a flute teacher. This guy was completely, categorically insane. He had been roommates with Charlie Parker, and he had all these wonderful stories. He had originally been a jazz musician and then a classical musician. It brought out everything in me that was good. It didn't save the marriage, but it definitely made me leave being a corporate lawyer. I think ultimately the film was about whether the reality that we perceive is any different than the reality that exists. And I think it invites the audience to draw that line anywhere they choose, and maybe not at all. When I first showed the film, and a lot of people seemed really bothered by the fact that they couldn't figure things out. And so I tried to fix that, and I tried to go out and reshoot stuff. The thing I found is by clearing things up, people actually just disliked the film because the ambiguity, although it bothered them, it's exactly that. My goal was to make a film that I don't think you go to market, I think markets come to you. So you do what you think is strong, because then at the very least, if you don't sell, you have something you're proud of. And the worst thing is trying to sell your soul and having no one buy it. So.